Boom. Hey people. Had a question from David Martinez, and he said great info on the vids, and thank you, and salud. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate the interaction and the energy from everybody. Um, so okay, this is a paragraph, so I'm kind of cutting through it for the question, but he's talking about distributors and supplying stores with a well-known brand such as uh, Hollister and Aeropostale. I heard the distributors will buy your product and will do merchandising as well for a fee if they decide to buy from you. How would you go about exporting a product from Mexico to the USA? Do I know any sales reps that would be interested in working with you? With me, is what he's saying. I just want to make sure. Okay. Great vid. Gracias. De nada. Por nada. David. So, there's a lot here. Here's what I want to say. Distributors that will take your product and run it into their stores. Yes, by definition, that's what they do. So I'll put a card up about a video I did about that, and that's absolutely what they do if they're interested in your brand. Doing production in Mexico. Actually, lately, as this is post dating, I've been trying to explore that. I'm in San Diego, and there definitely is production, especially T-shirts. A lot of companies will do T-shirts out there. Obviously, when you get into 1,000 units per style, it's definitely cost effective to check out China. But a lot of people do production in Mexico, and Ensenada, for example, has quite a bit of manufacturing, not only in soft goods, but they might have some cut and sew as well, which is only 45 minutes from here. So actually, I've been exploring that. And yeah, so getting it into the U.S. Well, the company that I've worked for before that's done it is also here in San Diego. So they truck it through. So they do logistics via trucking. And that might be the same thing even if you're in a different state. Trucking might be the cheapest avenue. But I would just look into logistics and see what that costs, because the companies that do logistics from Mexico will know all those details. And so same thing, I would find 3 companies that do it, 3 or 4, and then just kind of work them against each other, see who has reasonable pricing, reputation, etc., etc., so that you can kind of understand that game because they swim in that all day. Um, and okay, sales reps is kind of another thing. I've done multiple videos on sales reps, but for the greater good, I mean, a sales rep will come if your brand is hot. The tough thing is finding one early that believes in the brand. Also, sales reps are salespeople, so sometimes you'll cycle through a few. You know what I mean? They're out there because they're cowboys, or cowgirls. But the strength is in the sale. So if they find another product or another brand, sometimes the loyalty is to the sales and what's gonna be best for their career. And so finding one early is tough. I live by this. A friend of mine told me this, and I think it's true that no one will sell your brand better than you within the first few years. And so that's something that you might need to look at, David. Hope that helps. But yeah, production in Mexico is a good idea to explore. And yeah, hope you got a little piece of that for distribution to that whole piece. Any other questions? You can email me at designer.johnphenom@gmail. More to add to this conversation, drop it below. I'll see you guys on the internet. Peace.